Well, we used it as a movement vehicle as much as the students wanted to. Um, Everyone understood that the Ethnic Cultural Center was off the main campus, that it was built out of wood instead of brick, that it was probably not intended to last forever or even as long as it has. It was a time when the university had financial resources, had a reasonably enlightened president, Dr. Odegaard, and let's face it, it was a way to calm the young people from trashing the campus as they had done on many other campuses by that point. So it was a way of, there was a bit of serendipity and just sort of the fact that they had a lot of money. I always think about what would have happened if the same circumstances happened and the University of Washington was broke. Would there have been an Ethnic Cultural Center? Would there have been an Office of Minority Affairs and 2,000 scholarships a year going out to students of color? And there was also a special division of Minority Affairs that dealt with ex-offenders coming out of the prisons to get a college education. The University of Washington was one of the best EOP programs in the country, if not the best, in the early 70s. National recognition, the national, I don't know what the association was called, but of minority affairs programs around the country. The national conference was held here in Seattle because they couldn't quite believe what we were doing at the university campus. It was an amazing time because the financial resources were there, the political will was there, the enlightenment in the university president was there, and the students didn't abuse that either. There were demonstrations and there were demands made, but there was also very responsible activity taking place by the students. So, I think the ROTC building was the only one that was where a fire was lit. And that was an anti-war demonstration. That was not really a civil rights demonstration. And so, there was a lot of things that happened. Students were hired as peer counselors, scholarships were provided, the Cultural Center became a social as well as political home away from home. I used to come in to the Cultural Center at like 7 o'clock on Christmas morning to let students in who had nowhere to go, and they were like going to roast a turkey or, make some ethnic food or something, and they needed to get started early in the morning. And this became a home away from home for them.